Is it auction time yet? Yep, it's auction time. 6M01. This is the 6M series auction. This is the gold sheen containing biface that I did on video. Now, it's it's weird that I can't see it in this light, but there it goes. See that? Now, I finished napping it out this morning. There it is. You can see that. It's either, I don't know what it's called. It's like an aurora effect, right? Or a gold sheen effect, but it's one layer within there, and there's luckily a transparent layer over the top. Yeah. There's also a little bit down in here. There's an aurora effect here also on this side. Of course, I'm not gonna be able to see it. I had a sun outside for a little while, but it went behind the clouds, so we're only gonna get indirect lighting. I don't know, but there is some gold sheen on this side as well. There it goes. You can kind of see it there. It's not as pronounced. It goes all the way up to some extent. Anyway, I finished it out this morning. I took a big flake off of here to clear out a bunch of junk, and unfortunately, a lot of it went away there. And I cleaned up the tip, which means a lot of it went away at the tip. There's still some in there. And I'm just going to sell the biface as is. Now, how long is it? And how wide is it? I don't know yet. Can't remember. 6 3/4 long by 3. And the ratio, it's not all that thin because I did not want to break it. I don't know, let's see. 80 millimeters by, what is that, 12 or 13? 14? 13. 13 millimeters thick by 80. I don't know what that is. I can bring out the calculator if I have it. I don't have it. Yes, I do. I keep it here just for this. Let's see. Six to one. Amazing how that is. I hardly ever make stuff 6 to 1, right? No, I make most of my stuff 6 to 1. Yeah. So there it is. I'm not going to weigh it. It's heavy. It's excellent quality obsidian, except when you go to sharpen it. Now, I did pressure flaking. I said on the video I was going to do percussion flaking sharpening on it, but I did pressure sharpening. Yeah, I tried the percussion, but it crushes a lot. And this particular type of obsidian is very dusty when you abrade it. It just, I guess it's the little glass obsidian particles that get into the air. It's very particular. Okay, but you can run flakes well on it. Now on this side, I said I was going to clean it up. I did my best to run, reasonable flakes on it without causing a bunch of step fractures. Yeah. It thinned down somewhat from what it was before. I tried not to take anything off here. Anyway, there you go. Enough said on that one. You can see it being started on video. I was going to finish it on video, but oh well. 6M02. Let's see. I don't think I did any of this on video. Just northern side notch. I'm making a lot of northerns because I need to practice them. This is a triple flow northern. It's got some red at the tip and red on the ear. See that? See that? Yeah, and a little bit right there. Now, let's see. Did I do this on video? No. I did one similar on video, I think. I'm getting confused. Yeah, the other one I did on video had thinning flakes going that way. All right, so yeah, I've been doing a lot of these northern, so I'm getting confused here. 4¼ inches long from there, and 4 inches long from there. It's thinned down. It's better than 6:1. I don't know what it is. Percussion flaking mostly, with just pressure sharpening and pressure notching, of course. Can you see? It is sharpened all the way around. There's no grinding at all on this. I think, well, I don't know. The earlier stuff is ground on the base, but this particular point style, I think, is just all sharp all the way around. I need to make a Scott's Bluff or something out of this material, because it does flake predictably enough that I can run flakes to the center without worrying too much, so it will look like a Scott's Bluff. Yeah, and they were made from obsidian. Okay, all right. It's not on video, so don't go looking. 6M03. I made this one off camera as well. This one is a Elko corner notch. Yeah. It's a triple flow. It's got some clear spots on the ear or the barb. Yeah. It's got a little bit of clear there, a little bit of clear over here. It's not clear on the tip. But yeah, it is a triple flow. Yeah, it's 2 3/4 by 1 5/8. And it's a Elko quarter notched, or what do they call this? Elko eared? Let's see. Which one is it? I think I'm getting confused with the northern corner notch. Yeah, this is an Elko eared. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. It doesn't matter what they're called as long as they can be napped. As long as they don't break them. Yeah. Sharp. Oops. Hopefully undamaged when you get it. Yeah. No, I take extra special care to make sure these are not damaged at all in the handling or the shipping. And if it does get damaged between now and the end of the auction, I will post it as a damaged, point. I'll give you an update, but that doesn't ever happen. Yeah, I think it's happened like once. All right. 6M04. It's a video point. Yeah, I made this all on video, which makes it easy for me to explain it. I don't have to keep showing it because it's all on video. Yep. It's a wind dust. Where they get these names, I don't know. What is this size? 3.5 by 1 3/4. And it looks like it's just straight mahogany obsidian. I don't think there's any clear spots. Although it's very... Oh yeah, there it is. You can see through it. Never mind. My brain has decided to abandon me this morning. Yeah, it's a triple flow. Okay. Yeah, cool. No wonder it napped well. Okay. 6M05. 2 objects under this one item number. I was working on a project a while ago, and they've just been sitting there. And since I'm not going to use these, I'm going to sell them. They're made from heat treat Georgia jasper, I believe, or Georgia swirl chert. Flint River, Georgia chert, swirl or whatever, and they're heat treats, I believe. Anyways, what was I going to use them for? I'm just going to compare them. This is an arrow point. This is a little dart point that I made, and I was going to compare the results on shooting them, but I decided I'll make some more points when I get around to doing that experiment. Yeah, I needed something else for the auction, so these are just simple points. They're not really that thin. They're not cleverly napped. This one's got actually a defect in it. You know, they're kind of thick. When I make points for myself, like for hunting or whatever, they're just all thick. I don't thin them down at all. Not really. And I clip off the sharp barbs and the sharp ears. This is the style that I like to use. Yeah. Okay. Last but not least, 6M06 is a box of bifaces, all obsidian. This one, I hope you can see, it's got some bands in it. Banded obsidian. I think this one's on video in the speed napping or speed bifacing. The box of obsidian that I got. 4 1/8. 3 7/8. 3 3/4. 4 3/4. 3 3/8. 4 inches exactly. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way, this one is a biface I was going to make another northern out of, I believe. I was just at the end of the first stage where I just got it bifaced and thinned. Well, it might be a second stage. First you do the biface, which looks kind of like this. Then you thin it. So yeah, I could be stage 2. And then stage 3 is the final finish. So yeah, this one is kind of thin. Yeah, this was going to be an auction point. Same with this one. This one was going to be an auction point. Thin. Now this is like a silver sheen. It does have some depth in it also. But it's a higher grade silver sheen than some of the other stuff I have. It's very similar to the other silver sheen point that I sold, except it's not as metallic looking. Yeah, it's similar though. But yeah, it's thinned down so that all I need to do is pressure, flake the edges a little bit more, maybe thin down some areas. Like this whole tip needs to taper down better. But yeah, ran out of time. And then these are regular bifaces. All these are regular bifaces I did on video. I think these are all from that video of the speed napping, except this one here. You can't see it, but this has a little bit of a greenish tint to it. This is from an entirely different batch. I was going to make a Scots Bluff out of this one. Yeah, because it terminates well. All these flakes, they terminate well, which is good. It's perfect for a Scots Bluff. Yeah, you don't get diving flakes in the middle. If you don't get diving flakes in the middle, it's so much better. I was leaving it kind of thick. Of course, it's probably not thick enough for a nice flake pattern, but oh well. So yeah, you can have it. Whenever I run out of time, I just offer these in a box of bifaces and sometimes brokes. There's no brokes this week. I'm amazed. There was, but I threw them out. All right. Rules. Yes, these are my cheat notes. There's a better description of the auction in the description box below. There will be an auction every Monday. Today I'm a little late again. Too many things to do, but yeah, I'll start it either at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Eastern, and it'll end at the same time every time at 9 p.m. Eastern. Please look at my previous auctions to see how they work, yada yada. Bid in the comments section under one of my pre-populated comments, okay? Make sure you know which comment contains your item number, and then you bid under that one. My pre-populated comments will contain the item number, okay, a timestamp where the item appears in the video, and a short description. I will like a comment if I see it. Sometimes comments are not always visible. It may take a while for me to like your comment, but as the time approaches the end of the auction, I will check more frequently. The important thing in here is sometimes the comments are not always visible. Yeah. So if you don't get a like on your comment, just wait a little while, because I'm not going to like it within 5 seconds. Give it an hour or so, unless we're getting close to the end of the auction. But anyway, just give it some time. If I don't put a like on it, that means I don't see it. Ask me the question, do you see my bid? And if I don't respond to that one either, I can't see your comments. So you use some other means of commenting. I've had somebody tell me that they had to completely re-sign up for YouTube in order to comment. Yeah, so if you have to do that, just sign up under another username or something. Yeah. Okay, so just figure out a way. Sometimes if you just get on your computer or on someone else's phone, it'll work. I don't know why. All right, try not to bid at the last minute. Please be aware that I'm using YouTube's time tracker and it's not always accurate. I use this time tracker because it's what everybody sees. Yeah. You may say, it's not always accurate? No, it's not always accurate. But I'm using it anyway because it's up front. It's everyone sees it. So that, everyone can scrutinize it and see and tell me, this guy's late or this guy's early or whatever, and in front of everybody, so everyone knows. Now, I close the auction at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's a hard closing, so you got to get your bid in before then. Now, some people like to bid at the very last minute, and if you're the type that bids at the very last minute, just be aware it might be late, okay? And you might not have your bid count. Shipping is free in the U.S. Oh, yes. Shipping is discounted if it's international. It's not free, though. I will add $10 if it's a light package and $20 if it's a heavy package to your winning bid, if you're a winning international bidder. I will provide tracking numbers. Oh, yes. Everything I send out has a tracking number. I accept PayPal, which is preferred. I also accept Venmo, Cash App, checks or money orders, or a payment via paypal.me. Yeah, I used to send out invoices, but my invoicing doesn't work anymore. All right, I just send out a link to paypal.me, and it usually works. Winners will be announced at 9:01 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I'll announce the winners 1 minute after closing. And I do a hard close at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Regardless if the bids are still coming in. Sometimes bids come in after 9 because people just want to bid at the last minute and all that kind of stuff. But no, I close it at 9. Okay? Just be aware. I start announcing winners at 9:01. Also be aware of your time zone. This is Eastern time. If you're on Central time, the auction ends at 8. If you're on Mountain time, the auction ends at 7. If you're on Pacific time, the auction ends at 6. So keep that in mind, please. The auction ends at the top of the hour. Okay? Now, you will be notified in the comments section if you are the winner. Please email me your info if you're new. Okay? The only way that I will notify you is with a heart on your winning bid. This is a little bit of a change from previous auctions. Okay? In previous auctions, I would cut and paste a response if you're the winner. However, YouTube's been cracking down on cut and paste comments and responses and replies. You can't just cut and paste anymore because they'll give you a warning for spam or harassment. So I'll just put a heart on the winning bid. Okay? Look for the heart on your bid. You can pretty much tell you're the winner if you're the highest bidder, but I'll put a heart on the one that wins regardless. And sometimes it helps because people will bid very close to the end of the auction and they don't know exactly who won until I put a little heart on it. Okay? All right. That's it for the cheat notes. Yeah, if you're new, please email me at jackcrafty2@gmail.com if you win. I don't have any other way of knowing who you are. And make sure, please, that I have your real name in addition to your YouTube name because it's confusing sometimes. Okay? All right, that's it. I hope you liked this week's auction items and good luck.